Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1520. Guys, if you're following on YouTube, jump on over to thewoddoc.com. Check out all of our full-length videos. That's where we house them. Yesterday I talked to you about two things I do to start loosening up my back because I tweaked it just a little bit. Today what I'm going to do is show you a way that you can get in there using a ball and how it's actually more gentle than mobilizing with the foam roller. I'm not doing really good with extension right now. The foam roller puts me up into a high position where I'm kind of leaning back. It just doesn't necessarily work for me at this point. So what I have is a large mobility ball, probably about the size of a softball or a little bit bigger than a baseball, okay? And what I'm going to show you is how I can get in there and mobilize using similar techniques as yesterday, but that puts my back into that super arched position that I would get into if I was using a foam roller. So if I get down into this position, which is a position that feels okay for me. Yesterday I talked to you about how I can start to stretch, all right? Particularly I'm worried about my right side, but I can start to stretch this by keeping my chest and back against the ground and then kicking my hips over, okay? If I was to then take the mobility ball, slide it underneath here, what I could do is I can get the side of my erectors and I'm staying in a neutral position versus if I was up on a foam roller and I have to be then in this angular position. So it's common, and even when we started thinking about this, to think that using something like a mobility ball is much more pointy and sharp, so it's harder and more acute and higher intensity. But in this case, by keeping myself in a much neutral position, I'm basically supported by everything on the ground, except where I'm just kind of sliding my butt to the side and massaging through these tissues, these erector tissues, these QLs, right? I actually get a much more gentle release than I would if I was foam rolling it, okay? So that's what I want to be able to share with you guys today. Don't be afraid to get out a mobility ball, whether it's a lacrosse ball or a larger one like this big ball. Both of them will work and you'll feel more comfortable because you're fully supported by the ground rather than being up on a foam roller or something like that. So try this out. Questions, comments, post them below. Otherwise, guys, we're here each and every day optimizing function to optimize performance.